in.
Where did you dig up that old fossil?
Going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
That's no moon.
We're all fine here now, thank you. How are you?
Welcome to the Star Wars Nerds Podcast. I'm Dan Dadebacher.
And I'm Kenton Larson.
I'm Kenton. I thought we'd start today by talking about kind of a Star Wars adjacent property. It certainly stars somebody who has been in a Star Wars property, and that's the Alien Earth series on Disney Plus. Are you thinking about that?
I'm watching it.
Are you watching it? Yeah, well, there's been a couple of I think we're 3 episodes in now. It stars the kid. I don't know his name, but he's the kid in Andor who writes the manifesto, the young, idealistic, like, this is our chance for freedom.
Yeah.
And he's the one who gets Andor hyped up about that and really motivates Andor to fight. And then he dies, I believe, in Andor, doesn't he? He gets caught.
Spoiler. I guess anyone listening to this knows Star Wars.
We've seen Andor by now.
No alien spoilers. No
alien spoilers. No, but he is in this series, this Alien Earth. So this is a series that's just on Disney Plus. Three episodes in. What do you think so far?
I have not watched all 3. I've watched but 2.
Okay.
And I would say episode 1 is excellent. I'd say episode 2 is mostly excellent. And I've not seen 3. I'm not crazy about the ending of episode 2. But apart from that,
Remind me how it ends. What happens at the end of it?
I don't want to spoil it, but somebody clearly is not dead who should be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. I would say that I like it in some respects. It is well done. The first episode is really well done.
Yeah, it really
feels
is.
like Alien. It's got like the same, like you really could see, like it feels like the original Alien with all those lights. I love that kind of computer room they have with all the lights, Mother and everything like that. It starts with kind of a very similar, it's almost like a retelling of Alien, but with a different ship and different people, right? That's kind of how they start this whole thing off. So it's kind of like, yes, there's aliens on board this ship and they escape and they kill everybody. But then that ship crash lands on Earth. And it's the Earth of like this future where corporations rule. And that's one of the part of this that I find really interesting is they basically, instead of countries, there are corporations. The corporations control now the parts of the world. And I think they actually take us through it at one point where they say so-and-so controls North America, South America, this controls this one. And then there's this new company called Prodigy. And that is the one that's kind of behind all the story of this is this young or brilliant trillionaire has this company, and he's basically kind of paving the way in robotics. And we have those same kind of androids that we saw in Alien with the white blood, right? When they get cut or something, they bleed white. That was also in Raised by Wolves. Did you watch Raised by Wolves?
I don't think I did.
Raised by Wolves is a series on HBO or Max or whatever it was at the time. And it's also Ridley Scott, and it seems to be Alien adjacent. It's like something on a different planet somewhere else, but they have the same kind of android. So I think it's in the same world as Alien, but they never ever mention an alien as far as I know. But I would say the 3rd episode, I won't spoil anything. I felt it to be weird, like tonally weird at times. I'm not sure really what to expect from this. I do like Timothy Olyphant. There's another Star Wars actor, right?
Corn
on
the cob.
Who else? Is there any other ones? I wonder. A lot of hot young stars in this. You can tell, like a lot of the people in this, like very, very attractive young people in this cast, right? Like,
but some neat stuff with the robots and
sure, yeah, it's very cool.
Timothy Olyphant is a good actor, and he is here too. He always is. He never lets you down. And also, every alien ship has got a son of a bitch on it. That's the other thing. Every single one. Who's the son of a bitch?
Yeah.
Like, they probably go, okay, we need one SOB to send on this thing, and this ship is no different. I'm going to watch episode 3 tonight.
Yeah.
What days do they come out? Do you know?
Tuesdays. It's Tuesday.
Oh, so there's another. Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be up. This is Thursday. We're recording this. So yeah. And I didn't notice that. I think I ended up watching it last Thursday because I got into it a couple days late and then came back to it. But yeah, it's interesting how things have developed. Like I think about how like we would watch a show like like Mad Men or Breaking Bad, or like it's Sundays, right? Sundays at 8 o'clock. That's when you watch that. And now I have no concept of when these shows come out or when they're being posted. It is, but they do have it on Disney Plus. Like you can go on Disney Plus, and I think it says the time zones, 8 p.m. or something like that.
Sometimes it's better not knowing what day it airs, or even that it came out, because then you discover it and it's all there, so you can watch it at your own pace.
Yeah. That's nice.
So far, I like the show. How do you feel about it?
I like it too. I want to ask you, after you've watched the third episode, I want to ask you one scene, a particular scene, which I felt totally strange. And I think you'll know which scene it is when you see it. But it was, you don't know where the story is going to go, because it kind of changes. I don't want to spoil anything. You can watch it. We'll talk about it later. Maybe we'll talk about it on an episode. Let's talk about some Star Wars news. When I looked up Star Wars news, it's funny how this works when you have like one thing happens and there are 7 or 8 different outlets reporting on the same news, and it's all based on the same interview with Oscar Isaac in this case, in which somebody, of course, anytime you get a Star Wars actor, I don't know what he's promoting right now, some other movie he's in, I'm sure, but he's being interviewed, so you got to ask him about Star Wars. Would you ever do Poe? Would you ever want to do Poe again? And he said, yeah, he'd be open to it. He'd want to come back and play Poe. But that's not really the question that we want to answer. The question is, do we want him back as Poe? And I would say, no, I don't. I don't care about that character at all. I don't care if Oscar Isaac comes back. What about you, Kenton?
He was mishandled.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be. That's true.
Like, it's hard to say no to anything when Andor ended up so good, because nobody thought we needed an Andor. And then we got it, and it was so good that if you could do that, you could act like what Andor did is it made us all like Rogue One more. And if you could come up with something with Poe Dameron that would make us like that trilogy more, that would be you'd be a miracle worker.
Okay.
I think. So I'm open to that idea. It would be cool. I'd like to see it, but only if it's good. No, we don't need more sort of shitty character development with that cast.
Well, that's right, and maybe you've got a point in that it wasn't necessarily Oscar Isaac's fault. It's the story, it's the character. It's JJ didn't have a plan. Nobody had a plan with that trilogy. That was also part of the problem. It's interesting. The Nostalgic Critic posted a video this week. It was like a collaboration review he did of The Last Jedi. So it's him. So it's like a movie review he posts on YouTube. But instead of using clips from the movie as he usually does, they recreated all the scenes themselves. It was him and his cast of friends, and they put the makeup on. They had a guy playing Snoke. They had a guy, every character, right? But then they would make jokes throughout. It was a really funny video, and it points out a lot of the flaws of The Last Jedi and of that trilogy in general. In that, yeah, nobody really, we've said this before, nobody had a plan, and they didn't really kind of undid each other's story elements to a lot of. And in the end, it was just kind of a mess. I do still like The Last Jedi the best, I think, out of those 3 movies, because I like certain scenes. There's certain scenes in that film that I love. I love the opening with the bombing run.
That's cool.
Hated that. People hated that, though. That was one of the big things people complained about, was that bombing run. I think it's cool.
I think it is too, because we never seen something like it before. It doesn't, but there's no gravity in space or whatever. I don't care about that. Like, that's fine.
Magnetic bombs.
It looked cool and new, but I hated, as I always say, I hated Finn is a gambling addict.
Right. They actually they make fun of that in the video I watched quite a bit, where the Canto Bite stuff is just ridiculous. Especially when it's intercut with, and as they point out, it's intercut with Rey training with Luke, which could be so much better if it wasn't. We were not being distracted by all this stuff happening on Canto Bite, because that stuff was actually kind of interesting. But again, that didn't go anywhere. Again, part of the problem is that all that stuff with Rey seeing her reflection and all this stuff about who her parents are, and it's just all undone in the next one, where he's like, no, there were not nobody, or maybe that was the same movie. Maybe I'm mixing them up. When does he say there were nobodies? Was that in the third one?
No, I think that's the second.
Okay, well, anyway.
I think it's the second one.
Oh, yeah, but then it turns out her parents were somebodies. That's right. The third one, she's Emperor Palpatine's.
That's so dumb.
Right.
Emperor Palpatine had sex with people. Sure.
Oh, God.
Well, I guess he manipulates midi-chlorians, so we don't know for a fact, but come on.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know that anybody wants Poe back. I mean, I don't even think their Star Wars isn't even looking at telling stories in that time period right now. Like, they're still very much firmly entrenched in the Mandalorian period, right? That's where we're in right now, which is like quote unquote present day, right after Return of the Jedi, which is where everybody wants to be. That's where everybody wants to see what's happening. That's where the Ryan Gosling movie takes place at that time, right? Or is that in the future?
That's I think it's past the sequel trilogy. I think it's after the Rey trilogy. I think it takes.
Oh, then maybe Poe could be in that.
Could be,
Hmm.
especially if it's called Starfighter. Possible.
Oh yeah, it says Star Wars Starfighter movie takes place approximately 5 years after the events of the Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Or so this means it's set around 40 years after the Battle of Yavin. Thank you, Google AI Overview, for giving.
Even though sometimes it's wrong.
On the website anymore. I don't care. I'm going to accept that as the right answer.
Don't give them a click.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not going to click anything.
That's what that's all about.
Yeah. So, but we got the answer, right? 5 years after. So it is that would be likely. We could see Poe in that because it's a starfighter and he is a pilot. So he would be in that. And it's like more than 5 years after those movies were made. So he's even aged the appropriate amount of time. Don't have to worry about any of that.
We've got some good actors in that film, so I hope the story's good. I hope it is. It would be such a letdown if it's just crappy. if it's like the sequel trilogy, that'll be very disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they've learned their lesson and they're taking more care. It seems that they're trying different things. That's what Gimel used it.
Yeah.
The Acolyte was an experiment that went wrong. And so we're not going to do the Acolyte, but they're going to keep doing what people like. The other story on here that I saw involves an interview with Mark Hamill. Well, I see quite a bit on social media. When did I see him? Was he promoting that Stephen King movie he's in?
So that's by the way, that's the one that was shot in Winnipeg, not that other one. You and I, we did a podcast a while ago where we thought it was the one with Loki looking up at the stars, the guy who plays Loki.
Yeah.
That's a Stephen King movie. And Mark Hamill is in a Stephen King movie, but those are two different movies. And Mark Hamill's in both of them, but the one shot in Winnipeg is The Long Walk.
Okay.
And I only discovered that because I took pictures. They were shooting in the Exchange District, and I took pictures. And on the wall is a big poster saying "Register now for The Long Walk," and it's a propaganda style poster.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one from Winnipeg. So yes, so that's the one that he's promoting, I think.
All right. Well, of course, whenever you get Mark Hamill in front of a camera, you got to ask him about Star Wars. I'm sure like more than half of the questions are about Star Wars, regardless of where he goes. And so this one came up, and it came up about, when he was first, I guess, cast in Star Wars and reading early versions of the script. And his name of his character used to be Luke Starkiller. That was the original name of the character in the first early drafts of Star Wars. And so at some point, George Lucas, I guess after giving the script to Mark Hamill, George Lucas changed the name of the character to Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill said recently that he didn't like that decision. He didn't agree with that. He thought Starkiller was a better name, and he wished that it would stay the same.
It's a good name, Starkiller. But now it's Starkiller Base, and that's lame.
Well, they try to bring it back to that, right? And that's why it's lame. Yeah. It's fine, but I totally get why he made it Skywalker. Like it's got to be about Jedi. It's the same reason why it's not Revenge of the Jedi. It's Return of the Jedi, right? They changed it because Jedi don't seek revenge. Jedi are not about killing stars. They're about walking in the sky. So it's not, it's a much nicer hero name. I think Skywalker is a much better hero name than Starkiller.
It goes along. He stares up at the sky at the twin suns in the movie, and I always thought that was all intentional. That was like Han Solo. Oh, you're by yourself. We'll just call you Solo.
That's right. It's true.
From the Han Solo movie. And if that's how they named Han Solo, how many Solos are there in the galaxy? If it was just some Imperial guy going, "You're by yourself. We'll call you Solo." Solo.
You've got red hair. We'll call you Red.
Red.
Little stereotypical things.
They didn't try too hard when the people were coming through.
No, not at all. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe they're trying to send a message with that scene.
We'll call you Lefty.
Yeah, I don't know what else. I guess there isn't anything else to that story other than Luke Skywalker didn't like the name, and that's pretty much it. But it's, it just shows you, like, you don't really, it's not really your place to say at that point. It's up to George Lucas as the writer of the director of the movie to change the name, and you kind of have to go along with what it is, right? But didn't the change of Return of the Jedi, didn't that come late in the game? Like, they had some marketing materials that said Revenge of the Jedi, right?
Yeah, I saw on they had an episode of Storage Wars where they lifted the thing, and that thing is so they put the stuff in the storage container before they open. Yeah, it is so staged.
Yeah.
And so of course they find a Revenge of the Jedi crew jacket, and they're like, this is priceless. It's $1 million. So I don't think there was tons of stuff with the logo. There was some stuff floating around, but it wasn't like there might have even been a poster. I don't know, but there wasn't.
That's what I saw on the poster, and then but it was just basically the same as Return of the Jedi. They just sub out the font, or that is the word, and it's Return instead of Revenge. So I don't know. I don't disagree with that choice. I think that was a good choice, and I'm glad he is Luke Skywalker. I think that's much better. Then what would they have said? Would they have called it, if his name was Luke Starkiller? Would they have called it Skywalker Base in the crappy sequels?
Yes. Of course they would have.
No imagination. They don't know. Yeah. It's all got to be based on something that's come before. That's all they seem to do. But who knows? We still got a few things coming out. No word yet on Ahsoka. Oh, this is what I want to show you though. But before we wrap things up, maybe a bit of a shorter episode. I went to the toy store, or I went to Toys R Us, and I also went to Walmart. I didn't see much at Walmart, but I did take a little cruise around the toy store aisle. No, not entire screen. And this, so let's share this. Can you see this?
Hang on, I just got a pop-up box that says people may see your video differently. Did you get that box?
Yeah. Well, this is cool. Okay, so now it's put. Can I just press play on it, or what's the?
We've got 3 panels open now. Look at this.
Okay, but hide that.
This will be good for TikTok if you can capture this. If it actually works. If it doesn't work, it'll be bad for TikTok.
Now I've got this, and now I can see it. But it's a video though. How do I play the video? I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna just do it like this, and then I'll just play it off my screen. I'll try sharing the entire screen. You can see. Oh no! Oh, it's Inception. Okay, hold on. There we go. You see it?
Yeah, this is cool.
Who's this? Ovell from Andor. We got Andor figures here.
If Chewbacca lives on Endor, you must have quit.
What's the counter? It's a Jason said, hey, do you want?
Oh, that's it. I stopped. Okay, Shannon was with me, and she had a lot of fun. She pointed out they had another toy. Actually, I have an image of it here. I'll show you. This is one. She said, this guy looks like me. This is what's his name from
Ahsoka.
It was all Ahsoka toys there, basically.
Name? Balin Skoll? Is that Balin
Skoll? Yeah, and then that's that actor who's no longer with us. Okay, how do I unshare this now? Because
this is great. We should do a TikTok like this.
I think this is great.
Order space.
Oh man, how do I get out? How do I stop this? Stop sharing. There we go. Okay. Oh man. So there you go. That was like it was basically, you're right. There's not a lot of new stuff. It was all kind of like okay, that Mandalorian one was pretty cool. So the one there was the Mandalorian with Grogu. Sorry, it was IG, I don't remember, 12? Is that his number?
IG 11.
Sorry.
Hey, do you want?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, say again.
Was it 11? IG 11?
IG 11 but the one that like gets modified so Grogu can go inside him.
I think
that's one of the toys.
That's still IG 11, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But it's very cool. But this one comes with like Grogu and you can go in there.
Thing, yeah.
That's awesome.
That is.
But yeah, the rest of it was mostly Ahsoka, so there wasn't a lot as far as big other Star Wars things. I did see some Coke bottles in the wild. Like you can just kind of find random Coke bottles with Star Wars figures on them, but there's no cans. And I guess and the thing with the cans continues to be you buy one case and get the same thing in every case.
Horrible.
Have you gotten anything else since you've done?
No,
that?
I was so frustrated because I got the side. It's a Princess Leia's profile, is what I got, and whatever. 20 cases of that or 20 cans of that, and it was such a the whole idea was I can't like, oh, it'll be cool as you pull each one out, you'll get a new character, and it was just all the same one. It was so disappointing that I have not gone back to that well of disappointment. And I can't get. I can see the hologram in my room in the distance, and it's me. It's a still of me, but recording the message. You're supposed to record your message. I thought this could be great. I don't know. Maybe it's just my phone. I just can't get it to work properly.
I'll try it. I'll buy a case this week. I'll let you know what character I get. Maybe I'll make a TikTok about it, and then I'll try doing the thing and see if I have the same problem as you.
I do. Oh, I took a picture of the QR code on the standee in the store. That's like,
okay.
Vader standing there. So scan the QR code to make your own hologram.
Okay.
And so I do have a photo of it. So if it's not on the case or whatever, tell me, and I'll send you the QR code so you can use it. But it's I just like it, and it looked like it could be cool. And the other issue seems to be after I record it, so it doesn't record the message. I don't know why. And then when you hold it, you're supposed to be able to see it in your room. But when I hold it, it's like it's so far away, like the furthest point in the room, wherever you are. That's where the hologram appears, and it's like it looks like a toothpick. You're like, I think that's my face on the top of that toothpick way over there.
Okay.
So see if you can make it work.
We'll see. I'll do it. All right. Anything else we want to talk about before we go?
Star Wars wise, no, I'm glad you mentioned that one of the characters is an alien, because it took me a while to recognize him in that out of context.
He's got an American accent in Alien. He had a British accent. I assume he's really British. I don't know why I assume that. He looks British. He looks a little bit like that the guy who was the bad guy in Superman. Nicholas Hoult. He looks a little bit like Nicholas Hoult, I think. He's got that same kind of face.
And I found out also, because I looked it up on IMDb, the lead actress on that Alien Earth, the synth with the haircut, she is the daughter. She's the daughter of the guy who is the main character in Friday Night Lights, the coach.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember that actor's name. He's good. He's good in those kinds of roles. And he was in he was in the Netflix show that just dove off a hill in season 3. I can't remember the name of it. With Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh, yes. I know you're talking about the family. I don't remember what it was called either. But I thought like he was also in a couple of those Godzilla movies, I think. Those newer ones he was pretty good in that. So he's a good actor. That's interesting.
He's your all-purpose guy, American guy who you can put in a movie and you feel assured that he'll get things done. But his daughter, in that role, I think so far I've liked her in that role, but I don't know. I've not seen episode 3.
Well, again, it's strange, but it's good. It's compelling. I'm still gonna watch it. It's better than a lot of the other stuff. But I honestly, I was trying to look at how much of my watch time is like old TV shows versus new TV shows, and I think most of the time I'm watching older TV shows rather than new stuff, like stuff from the 80s, Kenton, stuff from when I was a kid. I'd rather rewatch that than watch anything that's new on these platforms. So
it's funny. I got a list from Empire Magazine. I love their movie lists because they will highlight a film that other people kind of just dismiss as a genre film. And they're really good at highlighting films that deserve attention. And like in their year-end list, it's always good. So I found one of their lists for the best movies on Disney Plus. Okay. And I was like, okay. And so I look at the list, and a lot of them are from recent times, but not this year, like 2021, that kind of thing. And movies that I just never saw, and they have been really good off that list. And one of them was Bad Times at the El Royale. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's good.
With John Hamm.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a fine film. It's not the world's greatest film, but it's also not terrible. And it kept me it's a longer film, but it like held my attention all the way through. So there's sometimes I have to remind myself on these streaming channels, it's not just about what's new, it's also about what else is there that's fantastic that you just somehow missed. And you sort of have to rely on, why wouldn't feed this to me, Disney Plus?
Well, the thing is, the problem is that we never find out about this stuff until already out. Like I didn't know there was another Hellboy movie until it came up on, and it had been out for a long time, and I just happened to come up, served up to me on Prime. I'm like, oh, but nobody, like, there's no advertising. They don't bother with that. Prime is the worst for it, I think. Prime just will put everything. They don't care. It just goes on their platform. They don't put it in theaters or anything like that.
They'll bury it, is what they'll do. They'll bury a movie.
Yeah.
Why buy it?
You really have no idea what's going on. And the other one that's like that is In a Violent Nature. Have you seen that movie?
I don't think so.
It's a horror film. It's a really good. It's a very like clever twist on the slasher genre, like the kids in the woods, college kids in the cabin kind of thing. It kind of puts a twist on that. So and it's really done, it's really well done, really interesting. It's on Shudder. I would have no idea that it was there because I don't subscribe to Shudder. The only time I look at Shudder is at around Halloween time when I want to watch horror movies. But that kind of stuff, like we've created these segments, these streaming services that are very specific to these genres, and that's not really a great way to do it either because nobody, like, I don't know what's over there because I'm not there, right?
See, I still haven't seen The Substance because every time I look, it's like, sign up for your free trial on Tubi. I think it's on Tubi. Sign up for your free trial. It's just no thing. Like, it's just so much. It sounds like too much work.
Like I'm not confident to go. I'll do Paramount Plus again when I get something I really want to watch there. Right now, there's nothing there that is there's something I kind of want to watch, but not really, and it's not compelling me enough. I know that there's a new season of Foundation on Apple TV Plus, which I like, but I'm gonna wait for a new season of Slow Horses to make it worthwhile, and maybe even I don't know when season 3 of Severance is gonna come, but that'll be in a while. But that kind of stuff, like that's how it's going now, right? Where you can just wait and we'll all get to watch it eventually. There's no urgency. You just take your time.
Yep, no rush. We all know not to spoil things now because people watch at different speeds. I'm due for an iPhone probably within this year. And it's true, the shows have been building for me. Like I'm like, oh, like I'm a season behind on Slow Horses.
Okay.
I'm a season behind on Severance. I'm a season behind on Bad Sisters. Like all the best Apple TV Plus shows.
Yeah.
And then there was also something that was on there that was new that I wanted to see. I can't remember what that was. So I keep a list.
Yeah.
And it starts getting longer and longer. And you're like, oh, I hope that iPhone breaks soon so I can have 3 more months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's certainly you're just gonna do it. You're gonna do the promo and then you're gonna cancel it and then wait till the next time. That's all it is. Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's wrap it up there. But yeah, not much happening for Star Wars stuff, but we'll keep keep talking about Star Wars.
Oh, the Disney the D20 whatever event that'll be, I think that's coming soon, and my guess is we'll have a Mandalorian trailer.
Okay, cool. That's great. Then we can do the reaction to that.
I think we're close to some Star Wars news, and my prediction that Ahsoka would come out this year, it's looking less likely, but we'll see.
I mean, that's what's in toy stores, right? That's what they put out there, so you never know. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Star Wars Nerds. I'm Dan Vadabunker.
I'm Kenton Larson. Don't let the Force hit you on the ass.
Going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Now I am the master.
I'm taking an awful risk, mate.